Hey, what is up? It's Liam Davis here, and in this video, I wanted to share some of my failures with you in hopes that you can use them as a lesson to go out there and really build your business. So, the reason I'm sharing this with you is because a couple of years ago, I was listening to an audio from a guy named Jim Rohn. It's possible you've heard of Jim Rohn. If you're into personal development, you definitely have. I was actually just reading a book today called The Five Major Pieces of the Life Puzzle by Jim Rohn. He was just an amazing man. There he is there. Um, so in this audio that I was listening to him, I think it was an audio book that I got on iTunes. I was listening to this audio and he made a joke that actually made me laugh. And I thought, hey, why not make a video out of this? And what he said was, it is a shame that failures don't do seminars because sometimes you can learn from other people's failures than you can from their successes. So I decided that why not teach you some of the failures that I did, some of the things that I regret in my business in hopes that you can get a few lessons from them and not go down the same path that I went down when I first started building my business. So the first thing that I did wrong that I wish I could change, but I can't, but hopefully you're seeing this video and hopefully you can take a lesson from this, is I didn't start building my list. I didn't start building my email list. It took me months before I ever set up a capture page and my autoresponder and started building this list. And the thing is, your list is probably one of the most valuable assets that you'll have in internet marketing. It is something that you can't succeed without having one. And if you don't know what an internet marketing list it is, it's when you have a capture page or a little form that people can enter their email address into in exchange for more information, maybe about a business or a training, or you'll send them a free training, whatever it is. And this is how we collect leads online. These are people that are basically telling you, yes, I'm interested in what you have to offer. Please send me more information. So that's what a list is. It's just a list of emails, email addresses from people who have given that to you in exchange for more information about your business or a training or whatever it is. And they're basically putting their hand up and saying, yes, I want to learn more about what it is you do. So thing number one that I failed at, that I didn't go out and do and I wish I had started doing, was building a list. And hopefully you will take this advice and go out there and start building your list today. The second thing that I kind of regret, and second thing that I failed at, and what I don't want anyone else to do, if you're watching this video, I don't want you to do this, is that I don't want you to neglect your list. You need to nurture your list. Now, after a while of not building my list, I eventually went out there and got a few email addresses. I got my list up to whatever I got it up to. But the thing is, I didn't nurture that list at all. All I did was send a few random emails here and there, and in every single email, all I try to do was just sell my shit. And really, that is not a way to build a business. When you're building a list, what you need to realize is that those email addresses are not email addresses. Those email addresses are real people. Those are real people who have real struggles. They have real fears, but they also have real goals. And when you're building your list, you need to go out there and let them know that you're there with them. You've been through the struggle, or maybe you're still going through the struggle, but you want to let them know that you're there to help them. You're not just there to slam them with offer after offer after offer, try to squeeze money out of them, and that's all you're doing. You need to nurture that list. Let them know you too are a real person. Let them know that you are there for them. You're there to help them. You want to see them succeed as well. Okay, so that is thing number two I failed at. I didn't nurture my list at all. And hopefully after watching this video, you're going to make the decision to not only go out and start building your email list, but once you do start getting leads, whether it's one lead, whether it's two, whether it's 10, whether it's 20, whether it's 2,000, whether it's 10,000, whether it's 100,000 people on your list, nurture those people, nurture that list. Let them know you're a real person and realize that all those email addresses also represent a real person out there who gave you their email address because they believed that you could help them. Okay, so nurture your list. The third thing that I want you to learn from, the third mistake that I made that I want you to learn from, is I waited for everything to be perfect. I mentioned, I think, in the last video that I didn't go to university. I went to college to learn art. I went and did an art course, and the year after that, I did a graphic design course because I've always been a creative kind of person. I've always been like an artist, And because of that, because I'm an artist, because I'm a creative person, I'm also a perfectionist. And being a perfectionist is an amazing thing. I've mentioned it in previous videos that when you're a perfectionist, you analyze things so much, you plan everything out so well that by the time you get into action, you usually do what it is that you planned on doing really well. But the problem is, because you're waiting for perfection, it can be months, weeks, years, however long before you actually take action on that plan that you've been setting out. And the truth is, things don't need to be perfect. In fact, when you're online, when you're just say you're making videos, just like I've been making over the last 3 days, the less perfect they are, I feel, the better. Because here's why I believe that. When you are raw, when you're authentic, when you go out there and maybe you make some mistakes, but for the majority of the time, you're putting yourself out there and just giving your heart, giving everything you know, giving your knowledge, just giving people your all. That is way more important than it being shiny and beautiful and pretty and perfect and you dressed well and your hair looking nice and all that stuff. It's more important to get into action and to just get out there. And what I was saying before, I didn't finish that thought. The thought I was getting at was, when it's not completely perfect, when it's raw, like the videos that I've been showing you over the last couple of days, and if you haven't watched them yet, I suggest you go and watch all of them because they're a lot of fun. I had fun sharing those videos with you. But when those videos are raw, they're authentic, people relate to them a lot better because, again, like I said in the last step, when you can show people on your list and when you can show your audience, when you can show your target market that you're a real human being, that you're a real person, you're not some bulletproof guru sitting on top of a mountain, and you have laser beams and you can fly. You're not this superhuman. You're a real person who is also out there building their business and is out there looking to just help other people. People are going to resonate with you a lot better. They're going to relate to you a lot more. They're going to begin to like you because you're not this perfect being, this perfect guru sitting on top of a mountain. You're a real person out there who is also building their business. So again, don't wait for things to be perfect. Waiting for perfection is a waste of time because you're going to be waiting forever. I've done things in the past where it took me months of planning, months and months and months of planning. And then I finally took action on it. And after I did it, it still wasn't perfect enough after perfecting it for all that time. And the reason why is perfection doesn't exist. It doesn't. So whenever you try to do something and it's not perfect, you're just going to see all the problems with it and need to perfect it again. So maybe you're going to change all these problems, and then you're going to find new problems pop up because, again, perfection doesn't exist and perfection is not important. What is important is taking action, is getting out there, is moving forward in your business every single day, like I showed you how to do in the last video. Okay, so those are the 3 things that I failed at, and hopefully now that you know what they are, you don't do the same thing. Do not make the same mistakes as me. Take the lesson that I just shared with you to go out there, do the opposite of what I did. Start building your business today and don't waste years of your time the way I did with my business. Okay, so those 3 things were, again, first of all is build your list. Start building your list today. Get yourself an autoresponder like Aweber or GetResponse. If you look up Aweber, look up GetResponse, and you go to their websites, you're going to find all the information you need about how to use those tools and how to build a capture page with those tools. And start building a list today. Get people to those capture pages, to your autoresponder, and start building a list. The second thing is, once you start building your list, from the very first person who puts their email address into your form, start nurturing that list by sharing good information with them, by sharing yourself with them, by being a real human being, okay? By being authentic with them and just being real. And the third thing is, don't wait for perfection. Don't worry about if your capture page is beautiful or if the video on the capture page is perfect or if your headline is the best headline that was ever written. Just get out there, take action, and fail forward. Learn while you're moving forward. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you. My failures, my mistakes, the things that I wish I didn't do that you can now learn from and go out and do the exact opposite of what I failed at. Go out there, build your business, and live that dream of yours because I know you have one. Move forward towards that dream, move forward towards that goal, and go get it. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, give me some thumbs up action, give me some social sharing, give me some comments down below, and I'll see you again in the very next video. All right.